Hey there, race fans. It's race day. Top 5 with me, Frank 5. Wrecks, rain delays, red flags, everything. And a guy who hadn't won in 3 years comes on top at Indianapolis. Number 1, Kahne. Finally, the winless streak, 102 races, which is 3 years, is over for him. Over. Kahne had a pretty good car most of the day. He ran top 15, top 20. I didn't really feel like he had a winning car until a couple of circumstances played into his favor, with a wreck happening with 11 to go when he was on pit road. And there were a couple people that had to pit, and he battled out hard in a couple late race restarts. Almost lost the race at one point, but was able to get it back and captured a win at the Brickyard. Most people think that Kahne is not going to be back with Hendrick next year because their rumors are flirting that William Byron may go over there. Maybe Matt Kenseth, because he's not going to be back with Gibbs next year. But this win may have changed everything for Kahne. This might have told him, I may come back with Hendrick Motorsports. There are still rumors he may go somewhere else. I mean, we have probably GMS Racing from the Xfinity Truck Series that may come to the Cup Series, and there are rumors of him going over there. Well, see what happens after this fantastic win at the Brickyard, a track where everybody wants to win. And today, Kahne did it for Mr. H, as he gave him his 10th Brickyard 400 and battled hard over Brad Keselowski, Ryan Newman, Joey Logano, and Matt Kenseth. Number 2, Chase Elliott. Had a great car early on, and then we blew up for the first time in his career. And now we're 55 points above the Kahne 15th. It's probably a must-win. I'm still comfortable at the moment, but I'm kind of living on the edge right now, folks. Don't get me wrong. We may be in trouble. We need to win. Probably Michigan's our best chance, or Pocono, because we won well there. Watkins Glen, probably not. So we got to win very soon. Number 3, Kyle Busch and Martin Truex Jr., the best cars all day long, and they weren't contending for the win. Kyle Busch is trying to go for the three-peat, trying to win back-to-back Brickyard 400s like he did in 2015 and last year in a dominating fashion. And he was so dominant today. But the only car that could keep up with him was Martin Truex Jr. And come on, Martin Truex Jr. has been probably the best car all year long, other than Kyle Larson. I mean, he can keep up with Kyle Busch. He got a lead from him on a restart at the beginning of the final stage. Then a caution came out, and then he restarted the inside, got loose, and took them both out, hitting the wall. And now we're past the 1-year anniversary of Kyle Busch's last win. So there is something seriously wrong with Kyle Busch. Not anger issues. It's just cars. They seem to have cars capable of winning, but they can't steal the deal. So they got to figure it out going next week into Pocono, because that's a track where they've never won at before. Number 4, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in his final Brickyard 400 had a good top 10 car until accordion effect on a restart forced him to run to the back, got bumped by Michael McDowell, and he ran to the back of Trevor Bayne and knocked the radiator out, ending his final Brickyard 400. So, Junior Nation, time is running out to win races, just as much as the 24 and a couple of others. So, I'm sorry this happened to you. Number 5, wrecks. We had so many of them today. I mean, literally at the Brickyard, it's a place where you're like spread out, and you don't really see a lot of racing side-by-side action, but you see a lot of blocking on restarts, and that's fun. I mean, you get to see a lot of all that stuff go on. But at the beginning of the final stage, and probably when Kyle Busch and Martin Truex Jr. both got taken out in a wreck together, I think that opened up the door for people to probably lose their minds and go for the win, because most of those guys that are out there don't have a win. I mean, because now, before Kahne won, we had 11 guys that had wins, that were locked into the playoffs, and I think everybody that was trying to win lost their loving minds, and caused a lot of wrecks at the end, taking up guys like Denny Hamlin, Jimmy Johnson, Ryan Blaney, those guys wrecked, and a couple of others that have to win, like Jamie McMurray and the one car. Obviously, we already know Kyle Busch, and a couple of other people like Clint Boyer. So this is not hurt. This is really putting him in a deep hole going into Pocono and down the road. So some of these guys need to execute these next 6 weeks leading up to the playoffs. So coming up next week is Pocono, where in the spring, Ryan Blaney scored his first career win. But last year, Chris Buescher pulled the big upset by winning after the race was called due to really big fog. Will we see that on Sunday? I don't know. You got to tune in. People have got to get to Victory Circle. If you're going to make the playoffs, the time is now. So don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Welcome back, Kahne. It's been too long, and you're in the playoffs for 2017, and I'll see you all next week.